Hello, I am Local100, and today I will be playing Crusader Kings 2. I have decided I'm going to play as a Merchant Republic. In particular, I'm going to start off as a patrician. This is the earliest start date that I have access to. It's the Old Gods, the 1st of January, 1867. I'm going to start off as Patrician Jacopo of Oslo. And mainly I want to do a Republican playthrough because I want to be a Republican. I like playing with lots of money, you see. Money is always good. And also, other than playing some of the more pagan nations, I'm not particularly good at playing as a Catholic otherwise in this time start. So let's get this started. As a patrician, my initial goal is, well, to get some land. Initially, when you are in a republic, give it a couple moments to load up so I can show you. When you're in a republic, you have access to the republic tribe, and each one of the 5 major families has a house. Basically, this represents the private property of the major house. So in my case, this, because I own no land, is located in the capital of Venice. I'm going to want some land besides what I already have, besides the private land, not the feudal land. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fabricate claims on one of the Italian one-province miners, because I want one of these islands. I want half of the island of Sardinia over here, because that'll be a nice starting spot. I'm going to go ahead and train troops in Venice so that I get more troops. I'm going to collect taxes. I get more taxes from my house, which, until I have land elsewhere, is going to be considered in Venice. And then I'm going to go ahead and scheme. I could build a spy network, which gives me a chance of blackmailing people. And studied technology doesn't really matter until you're a Duke level or higher. Technically, I'm only a Baron level as a patrician until you get a count level title, or until you become elected to the head of the republic, in which case you get whatever title level the head of the republic is. So I'm going to go ahead, and this doesn't really matter much, so I'm going to go ahead and if my fabricate goes through, I'm going to have a city as a vassal. So I'm going to go max out my city taxes. I'm going to start the game going. I'm already married. Let's get the ambition to have a daughter. More family members would be good. My immediate heir is my son, who is married, so that's good. So I'm going to make him the designated heir, so he's happy with me. And I'm also going to upgrade him with a cupbearer because, well, I like my heir being particularly happy. Also gives him a little bit more prestige. Waiting for time to tick by. Let's bring actually down to 4. It seems up to 5 is bring the frame rate down a little bit. So right now, I am major landowner in Venice. That's it. So money, of course, is going to be important. You want to marry one of my courtiers? Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do something. I don't quite have enough money for that yet. I was going to build the trading port in Rome, because Rome just tends to become a very rich location due to the fact that the Pope gets money from all the disloyal bishops in the Catholic realm, so he tends to invest that in more churches and in making those churches better. Yeah, let's go ahead and make my wife love me. Having a nice loving wife is always an improvement. Yeah, 2 to the decisions. No, so I'll set you gold because one of my ships sank. I'm going to send my guy on a pilgrimage quickly. just to pass the time. Let's go to Jerusalem, to the Holy Land, because why not? Always go to the Holy Land when you can, right? It begins. My heir becomes the regent, which is okay. It's not quite as good and stuff, but it won't hurt too much. No, I don't really want to get Roth. Only list of the peasants that give me directions. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Kine. Kine is extra diplomacy. Sadly lost with an intrigue, but right now I'm not really needing intrigue. Let's have sympathy for the Jews that I'm going to borrow from and then probably take out of the country later. And the pilgrimage was a great experience. I got more piety. And I'm back in Venice, waiting for the money. So I'm going to do something that's probably not optimal. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to borrow that money. So I'm going to borrow from the Jewish moneylenders. And then I'm going to use it to build a trading port in Rome. Sadly, the cost of this has gone up a bit because the Pope doesn't like me quite as much, but the trading port will pay for itself relatively quickly. If we pop in here, we can see the Pope already has this short end of the game, 630 ducats, or 630 gold. Difference between Crusader Kings and EU4. One it's ducats, the other one it's gold. Or wealth. So he's probably going to very quickly be able to afford another church holding if he's not already improving church holdings he has already. Pagan faith considered Rome a holy site. Oh, I did not know that. I did not know that you could find that there either. Yeah, so I've got a guy fabricating a claim on Aberrory. Sadly, I'm going to have to save up money. I can't just go storming in there to take it out or take it over once I have the claim. So I'm probably going to be in debt when that happens, because I already took out the loan to build the trade port here. It will be complete on the 5th of January. It is currently June of the year before that. So let's see, the heir is married. The heir to the heir is not married. Too young to get married. Let's see what we can betroth him to. The appropriate age. So right now there's only one choice. So we'll go ahead and arrange for this betrothal. We want to make sure our dynasty has as many male offspring as possible. Because that reflects some trade posts. So initially it's a base of 1 with a minimum of 4, and then the trade practices of Venice is bringing it down by 80% to again a minimum of 1. So of course it says base of 1. That's because it's adult male family members in court, and that does not include you. So I have me and my son, so technically it'd be 2, but we're under the minimum, so it kicks up to the minimum and then gets dropped down by trade practices. Right now we're minting 1. So of course I've decided that's going to be in Rome because, well, Rome is probably the most profitable location, and that going straight into Byzantium, or without trying to stick it in Venice. Just due to the fact that it's the place most likely to get filled to the brim right away. Alexandria is also another good place. I don't think there's any other good places I know of offhand. Alexandria, though, and Byzantium are very far away. And the Byzantium tends to not be particularly friendly, and that's a hazard with your first trading post. If you're just going for a pure return per trading post, and you have a very limited number, you don't want to go straight to Byzantium because you just won't be able to make the returns on it. So there's the autosave. So we're now in 1869. And now the trade post is built, and that is already netting me a nice 7.4 a month. Actually, no, 7.4 a year, I think. Current basic income, yes, 7.4 a year. So that means I'm getting 3 a year, or 3 a month instead of where I was before, getting about 2 a month. Monthly expenses, so relative to the amount of male family members you have in your court, as a patrician, you have to pay them, because basically you're paying them to manage your trade empire. So in this case, I'm paying the son of this character 0.66 wealth a year. So waiting for a claim, and also we're just waiting for money, because, well, we're a bit broke after the trade post in Rome being placed there, but we can already see, we pop down here, that the Pope is already building a temple holding, which is going to increase the tax revenue of Rome. It's of the Roman province of Rome. I think it's actually it is the province of Rome, which affects my trade zone bonus. So the more provinces you build there, the more rapidly the value of this trade port will go up. So I had to invest 400, basically about 450 wealth into this trading post. So that's going to take, so it's producing, as I'm trying to do math on camera again, I really shouldn't be doing this. It's producing about 7 wealth a year. So it's going to go ahead and take about 6 years to pay back, which is a long time, but once 6 years are up, it's making pure profit. And then there's events, there's petitions that make your value up, make your value down. If our liege, for whatever reason, decides, you know, I'm going to kick the Jews out of the country, my loan goes away, and thus the negative modifier from having a loan out from the Jewish moneylenders goes away. For right now, I have no church vassals, so the only real negative is that it's making the Pope not like me as much as the Pope. As you'd like. Always want the Pope relatively happy. But the Pope right now is zealous, and that means he doesn't like people that have sympathies for Judaism. Which sad leaves me. I technically have a sympathy for Judaism, because I have rolled that. Isn't luck just horrible? I have no viable applicants for court chaplain. I may want to have this fixed to do nothing more than to make the Pope like me. So I can send him down, send said chaplain down to make the Pope like me. So I'm going to spend part of my piety to get someone in the court that hopefully should be able to take that position. Yes, one person. You're going to go improve religious relationships with the Pope, so the Pope does not send an angry mob down to my trade port to burn it to the ground, because, well, that would be bad. I would like the trade port to actually make a profit. Time rolls on. So we're already up to 100 wealth after buying that trade post. Probably going to be wanting a war chest of about 400 to take Aborea, the northern half of the island of Sardinia. Of course, still need to fabricate the claim. Claim's going to take time, so no immediate rush. I only have 140 troops. Poor me, only 140 troops. Of course, the person I'm targeting has 115. So one mercenary company, the odds will be in my favor. In fact, I might even send my own troops down. I might just send the mercenary company down. Yeah, so if I send the weakest one down, I never know 2 to 1. None of these guys come with boats, so I'm going to have to send my own fleet to carry them. So probably I'll just pick the cheapest one, send it with my boats. Not the Irish band. The Irish band is definitely not cheap. Well, cheap in monthly cost, not cheap in initial hiring cost. And they're probably going to be down there for like a year, so I'm probably going to end up picking one of these three. Or maybe, yeah, I have choices. I don't have to worry about not having the mercenaries to wage this war. I need to worry about having the money to pay the mercenaries. Because mercenaries that aren't paid tend to stop working. And sometimes they demand payment in the form of land. Which is another way of saying they're going to take the land from you. Which kind of would defeat the purpose of taking over said location, if only to have the mercenaries turn around and take it from me. Yes, the initial goal is to be saving enough money to afford the mercenaries. There we go. The new church is in. That did immediately kick up the trade port income by I think about 3% increase. Of course, it's 3% of base, so that's 3% of 6. So that comes out to 0.18. But that's with him just totally untouched bishopric, just new bishopric on the scene. 3% more income, so 0.1 a year for free. I didn't have to pay anything for that. I get the 0.1 a year gold for free because the Pope does what the Pope is going to do. Spend his money to make his massive churches everywhere. Time rolls on. We're still waiting for that claim. Hoping the family makes more children. Probably need to figure out a way to get rid of my wife. I can see my wife. Well, I'm not going to roleplay. We're killing the wife. The wife needs to depart from this world because we need more children. So I have my spy master, my chaplain, and a courtier trying to kill my wife. This is a good start. We'll invite one of the local mayors to come help. Come, help me kill my wife, because I need a nice young wife. We'll invite my son to come kill his mother. This game is just lovely, right? We can convince the son to kill the mother. Anyone else willing to do it for nothing? I have become a scholar. Oh yes, we can invite the Baron. Come, join us in our plot to stabby my wife. Oh, we can get the Marshal as well. How many people does it take to kill one woman? More than enough. So 200% plot power, so that should hopefully fire quickly. Oh, here it goes. Sending in the first poisoned viper to end the 49-year-old wife's rule, so that we can have a younger wife. Oof, this wife has to go too. And we'll just have to try again. There's no claim as of yet. We'd still be a little low on the money if we wanted to wage war anyway, so we're not in a great hurry. Waiting for another attempt on my wife. We're going to look at the religious. The Pope does not like the fact that I am lustful. I have sympathy for Judaism, or that I actually owe money to the Jews. Yes, the Pope does not agree with my requirement of support of the Jews. However, because I'm a scholar, and the Pope is a scholar, we agree on that department. So the Pope doesn't hate me. He just doesn't like me. Means, unless someone is really liked by the Pope, I won't be excommunicated. So this is good standing. I sent word that a massive pit of manure has been prepared at the floorboards of an abandoned inn on the path that my wife will travel with her escort once they are seated at the table. Kaboom! So that is another plot attempt firing. Let's see if it is successful. And if it is, then I will have to find a new wife. Ah yes, I can find a new wife. There is no trace of my complacency. 9th century forensics. Obviously not efficient enough. Ooh, a strong person. Who's for free? Yes, I'll be taking her off your hands. 20-year-old strong? Definitely taking. So I'm actually going to take the money. It's actually paltry change. Later in the game I might not take it, but right now, seeing as I don't even have an actual province yet, I'm going to go ahead and take it. So the next target is the 50-year-old wife of my son. This also needs to be rectified. And the spice must flow. One of your ships is returned from a foreign port with a cargo of rare spices of very fine quality, where it has already spread through Venezia. And the local nobility is already lining up at the docks, pleading for a chance to buy some of this precious cargo. The spice must flow, and the money flows into my hands. Okay, now I've started to get a war chest, so really I'm just waiting on that claim. We'll invite the mayor along. The other mayor doesn't seem so willing. We'll invite the husband of the person we're trying to kill into the plot. He seems very willing for some reason. I think just like how I figured out how to get rid of my fairly old wife, he's decided, oh, if we're on the killing of the old wife spree, we might as well add mine to it, right? CK2 can be a very violent and bloody game. Oh, so this person's not going to be out of the scheme. We're going to have a death. Possibly have a death. I don't even have everyone invited yet. Let's invite the Baron, even though you might not get here in time. We might have a dead wife before. Oh, failure. Retina discovered the sabotage before that had been done on the railing. Sabotage that had been done on the railing. At least she has clues as to who is to blame for this. We'll just have to try again. This time we'll have the Baron on our side, so we'll have even more chance to get her killed. 51. Oh, I don't have the wife. I just have designator. Oh, one of the heirs of one of the other families is out. I've got on my side to help kill this poor guy's wife. My poor son, your wife, she must die. Oh, sadly he's stressed. This is not a good thing for my son. My son, he must not be stressed. He must be a strong person. It's success. The wine did not seem to agree with Retina. She died, not knowing the name of the killer. I think I will celebrate with beer. Okay, to my son, who you're obviously lacking support of the opposite gender, so we need to find you someone quickly. Let's go with this content person. Again, I'm going to go with the money because I want money, so that I have money to deal with our opponent here. We still only have... Actually, his troop count has grown. He now has a total possible of just under 330, which should still be easily crushed by one band of rebels, or one band of... Yeah, the mercenaries could be rebels, but they're not rebels yet. They're only mercenaries. One band of mercenaries probably could still be killed by one band of rebels, but that's not currently what he will be facing. And again, we're just waiting on an excuse to invade. Can I get a better... Nope. You're my best at fabricating. Go ahead and fabricate. Make it better. No. I can get a better spy master, and it would be my wife. Except, I were to switch... Well, actually, if I was to switch out, I wouldn't get in quite enough by switching my wife in. The wife would be a 1-to-1 switch right now. As far as court intrigue, so I would be safer if I switched to the wife. As long as, of course, the wife wasn't trying to kill. Because there'd be one less person that has high intrigue in my court that might want to kill me. And I'd technically be able to plot, or I'd be able to study technology and stuff like that a little bit better, because the spy master in particular would be better at doing that stuff. But from an intrigue standpoint, it's null. So, assuming the plotters are not affected by removing the high intrigue wife from the list, the intrigue the court intrigue, or the state intrigue, would not change anything, because I'd lose the spouse benefit, but the spouse plus the counselor benefit that I have right now would be the same as the counselor benefit I'd have with the wife. So if the wife got any better, the wife would be getting the job. Okay, so I have the goal to have a daughter, and she has the goal to have a daughter, so hopefully we'll have a daughter. Or not, have lots of male heirs. I'd like that option too. More children. And the claim is taking forever. Well, it's not taking forever. It's only been like 4 years, right? When did we start the game? Like 4 years ago, right? Oh yes, I'm born in 820, but the game didn't start then. You gonna tell me when I took the child? Nope. I have no way to check how long I've been playing the game. I even forgot the start date. Well, the Pope that didn't like me is now dead, replaced with the Pope that likes me even less. This is not in a positive fashion. Ooh, the wife is now pregnant. Okay, so let's see. No claim as of yet. And I don't actually... I have exactly enough people in my court, plus one, to fill the job. So unless... Actually, what I could do is I could take a look. So you've got... You'd be no better in intrigue, no better in that. So if I switch this guy out, I'd gain nothing. So I'm gonna keep my wife nice and safe as a wife instead of a spy master, and hopefully she produces more offspring for the family also. And the days keep on rolling away. So if you come down and take your look again, so I can see from the previous time I looked that the trade income that we're gaining has gone up by probably about another 2. Might be a little less, but 0.2 wealth a year, because the Pope is going around it and has built a second bishopric. The Pope is also investing in his own bishopric to increase its value, so that will increase more value. He's investing here to build another one, and he's probably even saving up, and it probably won't take him very long to build a third one. So I'm getting lots of free income just from overextending a bit, one could say, building that trade post earlier. It's still going to be a while before I can repay the value of that loan, but we're not in a rush. This is a nice long game. Basically, I'm going to play this as long as I feel like, up until near the end date. Probably bring it up to 1444, and then I might convert it over. See where it is. Might convert it over to EU4 and then play it in EU4, depending upon whether or not the republic that I am in at that point is still alive. If I die a horrible death before then, well, I died a horrible death before then. No, I have a wife and a lover. The lover is not married. My wife is complaining about me being absent so long, and so when I found that I had some extra gold to spend, I decided to buy her something. Maybe some sort of jewelry. Well, my wife is reasonably good with the stabby, so I'm actually going to fork out good stuff and make her like me more. Obviously she cannot become my lover because I already have one. Otherwise I would have picked that option, because that would have been an option in that case. But yes, she's trustworthy at the moment. Still waiting for a claim. Of course, I have a 16% chance yearly, give or take, to have one, so it's probably been only about, I think at most, only 8 years since the start of this playthrough, and I've been fabricating the entire time, so it's getting likely that I should have had the claim to fire by now, but that's chance. Every time you roll the dice, you have the same chance. So though it is likely that I would have had the event fire by now, it's no more likely for it to fire the next month than it was the previous month. Guess, yep, church towns have finished. I've seen my gold income go up by another 0.1. 0.1 per year. For no expense on my part. And the Pope still doesn't like me. Of course, this Pope is now also a scholar, so the Pope likes me a little bit better than where I was previously. However, he has gone down a bit because he's become chaste, whereas I'm still a lustful old man who's sleeping with two nice young ladies. One of them's pregnant. I have a son that I forgot about. Oh well. Here, let's get the son betrothed. That'll be a good target. Well, we'll see if this sort of exploit / bug has been fixed. There's a exploit, or I think of it as an exploit, where if you betroth someone, it doesn't take the money away from you if you need a bride price, and then one comes the date when they get married, it has forgotten by then about the fact that there was supposed to be a bride price and doesn't charge you. So if everything goes well, I will get away with it. Okay, well, I have another son, and, well, I'm a patrician, so the son is being legitimized, much to the chagrin of my wife. It was a good thing that I have made the wife love me more, because otherwise the wife is very good at the stabby. We'll arrange a betrothal for you. Ooh, a nice attractive woman for the what was previously a bastard son that has been legitimized. Yes, it is now a known deed that I am. I'm not a polygamist because I haven't technically married the second lover, but I have a mistress. And of course, the Pope doesn't know about this mistress, so he doesn't care. Well, if he knew about it, he probably would care. Chaste Pope and all. Or maybe that's what lustful is you're known to have mistresses. But yes, the extra fertility is good here. Waiting for a claim to be fabricated. Fabricate a claim. Why doesn't it? Daenerys doesn't like me as much. I wonder why. He has a son who I've already arranged a betrothal for. I'm not really worried about his daughter yet. She can wait until nice womanhood before I arrange a marriage for her. Didn't dare tell him that. I was especially invited to my friend's sermon. It was a catastrophe. The poor man stumbled, lost his words, and was an irrepressible mess. Didn't dare tell him that, though. I did not dare tell Alfonso what I thought of his sermon, so I just smiled and nodded nervously when he talked to me. He seemed to like me anyway. After months of fighting arguments, my spouse suggested separate chambers. Separate chambers? Sure. I gain 2 prestige. That is rekindle love. Or let's go with the rekindle love. Make the wife with high intrigue like me a little bit more, seeing as the other negative or the other modifier had worn off. Whereas the lover loved me perfectly. Legitimized her son. I'm a lover. Long reign. Pilgrim. I'm kind. It doesn't quite like the fact that I like the Jews, but that's not enough to detract from the lovely relationship. Hey, you're supposed to be fabricating claims. Get down there and fabricate. I told you. I didn't tell you to stop fabricating. Get back there and fabricate. I need my money. My money needs me. Okay, so obviously I seem to be going for, switch to duchy map modes, so you can see I seem to be going for this duchy, because if I can become a duke, I can focus on teching and secure for myself a nice centralized tech zone for my military, with which to cause mayhem throughout the realm. Who wants to become Serene Doge when they just be a military dictator? Waiting for a claim. Or for the trade practices to go up so I can build another trade port. Or for just more money. Money, 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 money. Patricians, all about money. We like money. Looks like someone in this area died because Italy has expanded. They're not quite at the detriment of some other forces. Byzantium seems to be doing the normal Byzantium. Nothing bad, nothing good. They didn't lose the war for Sardinia. Or did not lose the war for the remainder of Sicily. Magyars pulled the normal AI and really only just took Magyar homeland. They take a little bit more. I think they might take a little more. Oh yeah, they took one province outside the Magyar homeland, or out of the Hungarian homeland. Otherwise, we have the Hungarians here with their Tengri versus a human player that might will conquer almost every inch of Bulgaria, take over all these little places, then form Hungary. Maybe even arranged for this area over here to be his son's, so that he doesn't lose it permanently. Holgarder is doing good here. The Jewish person hasn't actually had his butt handed to him by any of the local elements. Seems actually to have expanded. I think he's expanded a bit by taking over one of his neighbors. Or, actually, I don't think he took over his neighbor. I think he just took a duchy or two from the neighbor. Abbasids are still there. Hassanids, Tumlids. All the other major players are still doing normal. The only major change has been a little bit of land has been added to Italy. Jorvik expanded to its usual size. That's normal. Denmark hasn't formed. That's this far in is kind of normal. Yeah, kind of normal. This is fractured as normal. So the map is doing as normal. Normal. Waiting for money, waiting for excuses. Right now, I think the only person I can do... where's the... there's a Casabellan trade. Or... I don't know that I can pop in. Pinion... No, that's opinions. Belt risk, diplomatic relations. Oh, so I can only declare war on the Pope and the other trade republic. How many troops does the other trade republic have? Maybe I might declare war on him because I'm getting bored and antsy. What do you have? So I would need to have to get 2 mercenary regiments that'd be half of my money initially, and I would run out of money by the end of the year to wage it. So technically could win, but what would I get? So at most I can declare war for a city or some trade posts. The city might actually be worth it if I were to go for the city, because then I'd have a city. This city is running 20 something gold. The city would the city would be worth it. I would probably, well, relative to the trade posts of Sutup and Rome, the city would be on par with that. It would be doing better from an investment standpoint. But there's always the risk in war that, especially since he is the Doge of Amalfi, that he will almost certainly pull his own mercenaries, meaning that my expenditures will go up, his expenditures will go up. He doesn't have a loan out for the Jews, I have a loan out for the Jews. So from a grander standpoint, I'm just not going to be able to swing it. I'm going to run out of money. He's going to win. Let's go on a hunt, because we're waiting. I will find the white stag. White stag, old hunting legend in Europe. Yeah, we'll piss my son off a bit. Get a little less decrease in prestige. Not that I actually want to be elected Serene Doge. I'd prefer not, actually. You can keep that to yourself. I am proud of my hunting abilities. I have gained exactly 0 prestige in this entire affair. I paid 6 wealth and gained a temporary modifier to, well, technically, for 1 year I gain 0.1 a month of prestige. So for 6 gold I gain temporary modifier of 1 martial for a year and 1.2 prestige net. So not a lot of prestige. Oh, I gave him a negative and he still actually likes me. Good old long reign, designated heir, rare chancellor, same dynasty, pilgrim, because I'm a pilgrim, he's liege. It is for my own good. 20% chance that I gain ambitious. And did I gain it? No. And I'm dead. Well, that is sad. I'm dead. There's no other way to put it. I am dead. I am on to the next character. Oh, and at least I'm no longer stressed. That is an improvement where I was before. This one has, well, better stats overall. Let's see if we can get ourselves elected as Chancellor, because, well, we're good Chancellor material. I'm going to go ahead and invite a Holy Man to court, just so I can have another swing at Chancellor. 10 appears pretty good. Let's switch Master. Don't want to switch the wife out. Wife would be a downgrade. So let's go ahead and you will be the new Chancellor, and you are immediately ordered to fabricate claims, for I want a claim. I have a new heir. Why do I have a new heir? Because I have a new heir, okay. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and... Well, actually, no, I'm going to hold off on designating the heir. Doesn't really make much of a difference right now while they're all underage. It's not like he's going to stab me in the back. They can't do that at age 10. They got to wait until 16 to stab me in the back. Actually, no, age 12. Again. Don't attempt minor math on screen. Never works. I'm not making as much money as before. Why am I not making as much? Well, actually, oh, typhoid fever running rampant in Venetia, and this is reducing the income of my home. I believe this person has not been on a pilgrimage, so of course we must go on a pilgrimage. During the summer fair, the peasants are pouring in all through the gates, and the Serene Doge does not care at all. My beautiful city, how can you let this happen? I will start making travel plans. Because, you know, we gotta go see a holy site. Well, our God's jar and farther, he went to Jerusalem and became a sympathizer to those Jews. And now we have a loan out to them. Well, we obviously gotta go to Rome this time and see if we can make good with the Pope. Domenico Turbino has been elected the new Serene Doge of the Great Republic of Venice. And he is offering me the position of Chancellor. So I'm now a Chancellor. This gives me 1 extra more in diplomacy, so my state diplomacy goes up. And I'm going to take the ambition, because obviously don't need a job now. Journey begins, I've been appointed as a regent. So-and-so has been appointed as a regent. Yes, we're going to go get ourselves a lover. Went ahead, gave her a good tumble, gained a lover. So I could go with Paragon of Virtue. Which is probably not going to occur. Go with Exalted Among Men. The Great is very good. But no, I'm going to go for... Immediately I'm going to go and improve the Stabby. Gotta go improve that intrigue. So I can take a chance to learn, or it does not concern me and give me 30 piety. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get the stat boost just because the piety isn't going to get me anywhere particularly fast. Especially seeing as I'm probably going to be running the gambit of lustful characters as much as possible. 1,000 rows lead men forever to Rome. Rome, you have finally arrived at Rome. As you enter the Eternal City, you are struck by the many ancient buildings and monuments that you pass by. It is truly impressive. And you try to imagine how the apostles felt when they first came here on a holy mission at a time when the city's power was at its peak. Though large areas seem to be depopulated, the city still boasts an impressive population concentrated around the Tiber River. The holy sites you want to visit are primarily the basilicas of St. Peter and St. Paul, as well as early churches and places connected to the martyrs. You start taking your way to the center of the city, hoping you won't get lost, and crowds start to get more dense. I can gain charitable. I can gain zealous, or I can gain greedy. Well, I'm very tempted for this because this is more money. But because actually yes, I'm gonna go with greedy because I like money. Money is good. Bustling massive programs is impressive, as there are many languages, colors, and ways of dressing people. People here come from west, east, north, south, and you stand at a place where the roads meet, and that is where the people and ideas meet. Take the opportunity to observe, or take the opportunity to meet new people. So 20% chance of diplomacy, or 30% chance of learning / intrigue. I've got such a high diplomacy score. I'm going to try up in the diplomacy, because there's no other way. It didn't work. That's sad. Well, I lost that. A great experience. So I'm back. My diplomacy is actually, I must have had something boosting me up, because I'm no longer up as high as I was. And only one of that's from being greedy. Regency has ended. And this video has actually gone on longer than I intended. So I'm going to put a cut in here. I am WillCole100. If you like this video and want to see more, like the video so I know. Subscribe to the channel so you can be told of when more of my content comes out. Post any comments on how you know, or if you know of any ways to improve the video, or have any suggestions on how to improve the video, even if you're not sure if they will actually improve it or not. And thanks for watching. This is WillCole100.